YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. I'm an idiot. That's SwagKage up there in the top corner, Sexy Daddy, and that's Sexy Daddy number 2, Chibueze over there, top corner. We did an hour-long video that I botched because I didn't have the audio for SwagKage and Chibueze on. It was a fire discussion. It was great. We got a lot of stuff done. So we don't have to redo that. I'll give you guys the notes that I have here off of what we came to. We talked about what the big 3 of anime is as far as what we should react to on Jody's Corner. And ranked number 1 was Attack on Titan. Ranked number 2, surprisingly, Naruto. And ranked number 3 is Demon Slayer. We also found out that the demons in Demon Slayer from the manga actually are rooted to a flower that actually makes them transform into who they are. Demon Slayer seems 100% safe. They're no different than zombies. We talked about Naruto in some detail about why it's great. We talked about One Piece in detail why it's great. We've had a discussion about Naruto versus One Piece, and that was enlightening. Maybe Chibueze wants to share something about that with you guys. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, take that to your grave, my nigga.
We got the reaction list. So once we do finally hit these anime, what should we react to it in what language? Dub versus sub. Attack on Titan, Chibueze and SwagKage both agreed that I should watch that in dub. Naruto, they both agreed that I should watch that in dub. Demon Slayer, since Chibueze hasn't seen Demon Slayer, but Swag has, he won and he says subtitle. Hunter x Hunter, they both agreed dub. One Punch Man, we all agreed doesn't really matter. One Piece, they both agreed that it should be sub, even though SwagKage wanted to hear the dub of a certain man's voice, a certain character. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, they both agreed that that should be dub as well. And the last one we have here was Vinland Saga, which you haven't watched Vinland, right, Chibueze? Or maybe that was the one you haven't watched. You did watch Demon Slayer.
I am watching Demon Slayer the anime, yeah.
All right, you are watching Demon Slayer, and you voted for that to be sub.
Yeah, I did.
All right, my bad. Vinland is the one you didn't watch, and it went to Swag, and he chose dub for Vinland Saga. Yeah. So that's where we are as far as the anime. Now we're going to take it to the phase of things that we didn't talk about. Swag, Chibueze, what we talk about as far as the anime is concerned?
Well, yeah,
any
we talked
anime
about
we missed, or...
Yeah, we didn't talk about Castlevania.
Oh, that's definitely ghouls, goblins, spirits, monsters. Yeah. That's definitely.
So, yeah. I did have something I wanted to talk about too. I wanted to have a discussion where you touched on it a bit in the stream about if the anime community is good or not.
Yeah, I've heard that there's toxicity within the anime community that rivals, and some people even said it's worse than Star Wars.
It's worse, my nigga.
It's
worse.
There's too many facets.
You understand what you're saying when you say it's worse than Star Wars? We're talking about racism, hate,
bro, the difference
prejudice.
Between racism, yes, bro. It's 10 times worse than anime, bro. They'll see a black person in the anime show and be like, "Why is he there?"
The viewers.
I kind of disagree with that. But I'll say this, bro. The difference is, bro, when you talk about Star Wars and Marvel and DC, the reasonings are very concise and you can debunk them, right? It's about this character is better, or no, this story theme is better. Anime has that and then more, bro. Like this, the dub versus sub debate. That's already one that's immense, right? There's the whole my character can solo your universe debate. Oh, One Punch Man can beat Goku. All them shits, bro. There's the whole it really goes deep, man. Like
there's nothing wrong with debating, though. That's fine.
No, but it's minuscule things like
that's fine. There's a lot of because everybody's a fan of the little things as well. I'm talking about strong toxicity of hate, racism, hate, prejudice, bias.
I'll tell you this. Something you'll realize while we reacting to animes is if you have takes that are not usual, you have different takes from the.
That's me all the way.
Like if you that you watch Avatar, you said Toph was trash, right?
Toph,
right?
That's, bro, in the anime community, everybody thinks Toph is tight, right? If you go and watch Naruto and you say Itachi's trash, they'll destroy you.
They'll come for you.
They'll destroy you.
but come on, I'm not dumb though, right? You know what I'm saying?
But Jody,
I know, but
you're like what I'm talking about is the fact also you are black in anime. While there are a lot of black anime watchers might look at you as a black person and a newbie and be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. They might disregard you as somebody
Right, okay.
who doesn't know as much as them. There also is
Which I don't.
one of my issues with the anime community is that the anime community is very elitist. They very when it comes to the anime that you watch, a lot of them they sort of ridicule people who watch Dragon Ball Z because they think Dragon Ball Z is simple, and they call it a lot of people who watch a lot of anime think Dragon Ball Z is trash, and they think that if you watch it, you're simple. It's a very elitist mindset, and
Yeah.
because people watch, oh, you have to watch the right stuff. You're watching kiddie stuff.
I mean, we're kind of like that with the MCU about those kiddie Marvel movies versus like the Winter Soldiers and the Black
I know,
Panthers.
but it's like
they kind of call that out too in the Marvel. So
they conform into like different groups, right? Like for example, you'll have the people that like to watch the underground shit, right? They'll say, "Oh, all them big shits is trash. Only the underground shit is good," right?
They watch
Then you'll have the people who talk about, "Oh no, I need a story, man. This shit is too long," right? Like there's a lot of people like that. The Naruto's are trash. The Dragon Balls because they're too long. They like them concise, short animes. And then you have, it's more of the same.
What
like,
will
things
affect
like
what will affect us, the league? What
you different takes, different X Files calling everything trash. Probably gonna piss off a lot of people.
Right.
Different takes. You complaining about certain story elements like that you don't like how you complained about My Hero. You didn't like how long they took to get to something minuscule. People will come at you for that. Be like, that's anime.
Understand that,
bro. It's like niggas will come for you.
Understand that they'll come for you, but it's kind of like based off ignorance. Like they'll be like, you'll say something like, "Well, I don't like how this is going," or "How is this important to the plot?" or some shit like that. And they'll be like, "Oh, you're dumb. You gotta wait," because they know what's happened. You don't yet know what's gonna happen, so you'll give your opinion and takes. But a lot of people come to see the reactions to what they already think is great. They don't come to see. Let me see how he thinks about it. Nah, a lot of people come to see. I love this show. I want him to love it just like me, and I want to see his reaction. They don't come to see let me see what his view is on this. A lot of people do that.
Like if you also say, I don't want to watch Bleach because I want to stay away from the monster, they'll get mad at you and be like, oh, it's the same thing with Lord of the Rings. Same thing with the Lord of the Rings people. Like they'll be like, oh, why don't you want to watch this? You're not getting the full experience.
Right. Bullshit, nerdy shit. All right. Anime fans are passionate. That's what I put down.
They are passionate, but they can also get very they're also they're never satisfied. They're never satisfied. I think when it comes to Attack on Titan, they're getting the best quality that they can, and they they harassed some of the illustrators and the anime studios online because they didn't like some of the animation for season 3 of Attack on Titan. They were like harassing the people who made the show online, and to the point where the creators and everybody's just like they had to come out and publicly be like, "You guys are ridiculous."
I'd say there's a lot of recency bias in anime community. A lot of people love what's out, like because it's the new thing that's out. It's the new, like a lot of people say, "Oh, this is the new GOAT. This is the new masterpiece." That always that's literally every generation.
Yeah, there's also bias against older anime where people will hate on a Naruto or a Dragon Ball Z and say that it's not as good because more newer stuff. Might hate on the mechanics. X Files does it all the time with My Hero versus Naruto, and My Hero versus One Piece. Like
when we know that My Hero, doesn't really hold a candle to like Naruto, right?
That's like comparing Smush Parker to Kobe Bryant.
Oh, that's the outcast. Yeah, far.
Also, when you say that they're passionate, and it does make a lot of sense because me personally, I consider anime to be the best piece of entertainment on the planet. Like I think.
Oh wow.
In terms of the movies I've seen, the TV shows,
above music,
above
music as well.
Well, I'm talking about entertainment. I'm talking about like movies,
visual. Okay.
Yeah, visual entertainment. I love anime. It's really I like how it gets into expressions. You know what I'm saying? Like in TV shows, someone will say something, right? But in animes, it really dwells into the mind, like what the person is thinking. They have he's talking to himself. They have the eyes,
that
Piccolo shit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
They're also very I wouldn't say inconsiderate, but you don't want a situation where they're just like, "Where's the reaction to this? Where's the reaction to that?" Like I noticed that.
Are they very nerdy?
Yes.
That could be annoying.
You have black anime fans tend to be the cooler ones who just like to watch anime.
Mm-hmm.
The non-black anime fans are the niggas who are extremely nerdy.
You said you were glitching a little bit. What was that last part you said?
I said the people who.
You said regular black viewers are kind of cool with it, but the other ones,
they're cool with it. Some people, but I feel like because it's the same thing with comic books where like we can like nerdy shit, but we're not gonna be nerds.
Exactly. Okay.
But a lot of the anime community they're nerdy, not really keen with social interactions, social cues.
So there's just a toxic community.
There is a very toxic community when it comes to anime.
It can be very toxic, but also very loving at the same time.
Well, tell me about the loving part.
It's loving if you conform to what's considered the consensus.
Exactly.
Like, if you conform to what's considered.
If you like what they like, then they like you.
Like exactly, if like you're an MCU fanboy who loves Infinity War, they'll welcome you with open arms.
Right, yeah. But you critique it, then they hate your guts.
They'll hate your guts.
So a character like Itachi, who I don't know who the freak that is, but I know he's in Naruto. Yeah. So say he's beloved, but he does something that I question, and then I critique him for that. I could get hate for that.
You know what's funny too?
I predict
his whole character persona and why people love him is because he does something that's questionable. Some people, a lot of people say he's honorable for it.
No,
you could come in the other hand and say, "Nah, my nigga, you didn't have to do that."
I actually predict that when it comes to Itachi, Jody will be one of the few people who's just like, "Freak that nigga, bro. I don't care what his reasoning was." I feel like he'll be one of the few.
And if that's the case, what happens?
They will hate you. When it comes
destroy you.
When it comes to Itachi's like he has the Batman Levi effect. He's cool and he's a fan favorite and people love him. It's the Levi effect where Levi has a lot of fans because he has a cool factor. He's just that nigga. You need a problem solved, call Levi. That's the same thing with Itachi has the same effect to him.
Bro, they boost this nigga power wise and like character wise. They say he's the masterful character, and which me personally, I think Itachi is the best character in Naruto. I think it's well deserved, but I could understand criticisms. But they boost this nigga power wise too. Oh, this nigga can beat anybody because nigga is OP. You know.
Okay.
Like I do think you'll have I think you'll have takes that people don't look towards. People don't really haven't heard before. Some might take to it and sort of be like, he has a point, but I do feel like a lot of people would be like, especially because you're starting off anime, they'll treat you like lesser than. It's elitist. It's a very elitist vibe.
I gotta kind of earn my stripes into this game of anime, earn my respect. Okay, like I had to with Marvel and DC. Okay, so if I like it, they love it. As long as I play the game, they like what they like. That sounds just like Marvel and Star Wars to me.
Yeah,
DC.
But don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Heck no! I'm keeping that shit a buck at all time. You know what I'm saying? But what I think about though is that this is like a new thing. Do I want to keep it all the way a buck, knowing that people will hate me for it, and could probably stagger the growth, and probably in staggering the growth, stagger the money that it's going to enable me to hire my friends. You know what I'm saying? So what is my I'm at an impasse here because I want to keep it real, but I don't want to piss off the audience that is going to feed us.
I'd say be how can I put this? I'd say be critical of every show you watch.
But don't really lay into it, right?
Yeah, I'd say be critical though. Because I think the anime, the reason why people watch too is because they like to see how other people view them and how they explain it as well. Like, oh, you saw it this way. Like, oh, I liked it in this way. I didn't like it in this way. Like, go into detail into why you don't like it. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think if people will get pissed off, I don't think it'll be by you.
X-Files.
Yeah, X-Files.
He loves throwing the trash. Trash. Yeah, why is it trash? Because that shit trash. Okay.
Yeah, but
I think, but I also think at the same time though, you can't try to censor yourself too much because you can't please everybody. We saw it with WandaVision. You didn't attack it. You said, I just don't like this one thing, and went into a bunch of things you didn't like, and you still got hate for it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you can live like that. You can't do.
You can't
live trying to piece.
But I feel like there's a way. You remember how I reviewed Wonder Woman 84 because I like Patty. I didn't really destroy with that rough energy that I normally trash it with. I verbally dogged out how bad that script was and how some of the stuff is just silly. Yeah. But I didn't. It's not what I said. It was how I said it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I feel like what rubs people the wrong way a lot of the times in conversation in general, but especially me on my channel, is not really what I say. Mostly it's how I deliver that. And if I could work on how I say something, if I could work on my delivery and not come off as too aggressive, I feel it's that what makes people uncomfortable and makes people and what triggers people and what gives people that illusion that I just think that only my opinion matters and I know everything in the world when that's not really the truth.
Yeah.
I will try to work on that, my delivery with the critique. If I'm more open and like calm with the critique, I feel like that'll come across better as being aggressive and super passionate. Because I can lose myself in passion, and I need to make sure that we get that under control.
I feel you. But at the same time, it's like a pet peeve of mine is that when you do that, then there's going to be people who, like, it's sort of, what's it called? It's pretentious, and where they assume that you didn't understand it fully. If you say, I don't like a character, I don't like a plot point, then they'll be like, oh, and then they'll try to explain a bunch of stuff to act as if you don't understand what's going on. It's like, no, I completely understand. I just don't like it.
If I go into detail of why I don't like it, though,
yeah,
while still delivering it in not an aggressive way, how can they, say I didn't understand it? You know what I mean?
Because, like, for example, like with My Hero, if you had a popping anime channel and you said that I don't like Bakugo, I think Endeavor's trash, niggas would come for you because those are fan favorites.
Right. But I can say exactly why I think Endeavor is trash and why I don't like him. He has done nothing to prove why he's not even the number 2 hero, but the number 6 hero. He doesn't have the mentality. He doesn't walk with that hero path. He's actually a bad guy. He actually demonized his wife and his children. He's a terrible person. He only cares about ranking, not actually saving lives. He's the opposite of All Might. And him and Endeavor and Bakugo share the very same likeness to me. So,
and what's it called? But I also think when it comes to anime, people won't click off or people won't sign off when it comes to your opinions of not liking something unless you don't like a show. If it's a character, that's easier to get away with.
Yeah. I'll say this too, bro.
You didn't like Toph, who was a fan favorite, and people were still generally fine with your review because you liked Avatar.
Right.
This is not just an anime thing. I think it's a TV show thing, but I think when people are watching reactions, they don't really come to see people hate what they love. They come to see them, like I said before, enjoy what they enjoy. So they're already coming with that pretext in their mind, like, oh, this nigga, I want to see a good reaction to this scene. So I feel like if you we're not gonna suggest any bad animes though. That's the thing. Everything on that list seems pretty straight. You should love the anime overall. So the little things you might hate, it's not. I don't think it's gonna.
All right, here I come. Yeah.
We can't hear you.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sad is here at the day.
Oh.
Chibueze SwagKage said, "What's up?"
What's good, Sad?
So I gotta go ahead and tend to this right here. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be to be continued because we wasted a whole entire hour without recording, and that is completely my fault. Guys, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you, Chibueze and Swag. I appreciate y'all. We out. All right, guys. Thanks, man. I gotta freaking